Welcome back. Bern repatriated a sculpture fragment to Cairo, and this fragment is a part of a larger statue of King Ramses II. To shed more light on this, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Ihab Kamel, our historian and researcher. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, before going into the details, you would find many people speaking about, oh, it's only a fragment of a sculpture. What is its importance? Let's tell the whole world what's the importance of this fragment of the statue of King Ramses, and it's dating for 3,400 years now.
Well, the importance, of course, is that it's part of the Egyptian heritage that went out of Egypt illegally. And I'm sure that this fragment is important to complete the whole statue in case we are thinking of complete restoration. As you know, we have already built the biggest museum in the world, and we need every single piece of ancient Egyptian antiquity to be exhibited over there. But bearing in mind, it's also this issue, it's bigger than a fragment or bigger than a piece of an ancient statue. It's the establishment of rules that anything that went out of Egypt illegally, it has to be retrieved, no matter what. If it's a complete piece or it's a fragment or whatever, we are establishing rules over here. As you know, there are hundreds of thousands of ancient Egyptian antiquities which went out of Egypt illegally, and they are exhibited.
Hello? Hello?
Was smuggled out of Egypt illegally, and up till now we cannot retrieve it. However, this is sending a message that this cause that we are fighting for, we will not give it up. We are still resilient in this cause until we retrieve back all.
You know, Mr. Kamel, what I said in my intro, that this is part of our collective consciousness as Egyptians, part of our heritage, of our past, of our everything, and our ancient Egyptian civilization is valuable enough to make us all the time, whether on the political leadership level or even the people's level, to fight for retrieving our pieces from abroad. Of course, it's when you go to the Hermitage in Moscow, for example, in the Berlin Museum in Germany, you would be that proud to be Egyptians, finding that the Egyptian part of these museums is the most popular part. But in the same time, you would find yourself, oh, why all these valuable pieces are not ours in our own museums? If you try with me to have a balance or to have this equation more clear.
Well, I'm afraid that this issue is not that simple, because there's lots of politics involved in this issue. When you look at how these pieces went out of Egypt, you will find out that lots of these pieces went out as a result of trying to find political support for the rulers of Egypt, starting from Muhammad Ali Pasha himself, passing by Khedive Muhammad Said, Khedive Tawfiq, and later on, Egypt was under British occupation, and the British occupation had plundered so many pieces from Egypt, as Egypt was a country under occupation. So you will notice that politics plays a great role in this issue. That is why it needs a full support from the political leaderships, and at the same time, it has to be handled, as they say, with the scalpel of a surgeon, because some of these countries have very strong political relationships with Egypt. So this issue is not an easy issue that could be handled by making campaigns or through
You know,
the
sir, I'm
collective
saying that
conscience of the
because,
people. It needs,
yeah,
as I said, the scalpel of a surgeon. It has to be played very carefully, and
yeah,
it's not easy, I have to say. Look at Greece.
amen to that.
For,
But
for
we
years,
have
they've
two
been trying
voices
to
here.
claim the Greek marbles without any luck.
Yeah.
Um,
Sir, because unfortunately I'm running out of time, I have only one question or one statement. There are voices who are saying that all our pieces outside, it's free propaganda for us, and people would be eager to come to the source. To if this is only pieces, how about Abu Simbel? How about the temples which are found in Luxor and Aswan, and you would find Luxor in itself, for example, with the third of monuments all over the world there. And others would say, no, we do not need this propaganda anymore, and the whole world knew about the ancient Egyptian civilization. Which is which?
well, as you said, opinions are divided about the subject, but personally I am supporting the other party, that we do not need our pieces to be abroad. Actually, the whole world knows about ancient Egypt. Egypt does not need propaganda. Children in the primary school, they study about ancient Egypt. So this excuse that this is making a big publicity and propaganda for Egypt, I believe that it's non-realistic. It's just an opinion, or people are thinking justifying the existence of these pieces out of Egypt illegally. I think they're not resilient enough to stand for an important cause like this. I totally disagree with that opinion. I believe that everybody in the whole world knows about ancient Egypt.
And we are
Ask
going to
any
continue
child.
with our fight to
Uh,
retrieve our pieces. Well, Mr. Ihab Kamel, our historian and researcher, we are going to leave you, sir, with a promise to see you live here in the studio to speak in detail about each part or each piece we do have outside, and our dream to have from Berlin, for example, Nefertiti's head in the gym. And